All right, music fans, welcome. Harmless Dave here talking about music and pop culture and the Super Bowl and stuff that I no longer can relate to. I am not relevant to people in the NFL as far as their choices for the Super Bowl halftime show. And I haven't been relevant for many years, and I'll continue to be irrelevant as I talk about this and other things related to this in real time for just a few real people like you there, right there, and like me here. So, yeah, they decided who the Super Bowl halftime show is going to be. And holy crap, Batman, I have no idea who this person is. NFL's Super Bowl halftime show. This, according to Parade Magazine, this is how they wrote this. Who is Bad Bunny? And why was Taylor Swift not selected? So I guess they were hoping for Swifty, and instead they got Bad Bunny. What's a Bad Bunny? I have no idea. So they talk about how the Super Bowl halftime show is highly anticipated globally. That's a big deal, right? They're watching this all over the world as the NFL gears up for the championship next year. Bad Bunny has been selected as the headliner. On Sunday, the Puerto Rican superstar dropped the exciting news on Instagram, noting that he will be performing. Okay, so when you think of the term Bad Bunny, I mean, that conjures up like images of centerfolds and stuff, right? I mean, I heard the term Bad Bunny and I'm thinking, I know my mind went to a bad place and I need to be rebuked for that. But I was thinking woman and not a dude. That's what I was thinking. I was wrong. He will be performing for the upcoming Super Bowl halftime show. I was thinking of a scantily clad woman on stage and doing her Bad Bunny routine, but apparently Bad Bunny is a Puerto Rican rapper who goes by he. The post, accompanied by a short teaser featuring one of his hit songs, had fans expressing their excitement as they eagerly look forward to the special event. Heard there's a football game during Bad Bunny's concert. Ha ha, that's clever, right? Who cares? See, and this is the whole thing with the NFL. I hear there's a football game going on during all of the festivities and activities and the pregame and the during the game festivities and the halftime show and the after show. And what about football? Can we just go back to the old fashioned gridiron? They had and get this, right? People will forget this. They had a marching band at halftime when the NFL started doing this. A marching band like they would during a college game or a high school football game. How many would like to return to that? Raise your hand. I would. Let's see a marching band go out there, do some formations, and play some old-fashioned American music or even some rock and roll. By the way, it appears that rock and roll will never return to the Super Bowl halftime show. All right? Anyway, can't wait for this, another follower said. Others believe that the 31-year-old rapper and singer, of course, he's a rapper and a singer, will be a record-breaking success. One user said he's going to break news records. News records. I didn't know you could break news records, but apparently, maybe if enough news covers the fact that Bad Bunny is the halftime show, then maybe it will break a news record. This is what they posted over on Parade Magazine. Maybe find some people that know that you really can't break a news record, but maybe you'll break a viewer record, like how many viewers tune in. Bad Bunny will definitely bring his bold visuals and electrifying talent to Levi's Stadium on February 8th, 2026. The award-winning artist has also dedicated the performance to his people. Now, this gets a little interesting, promising a show full of energy and connection. Who are his people? What I'm feeling goes beyond myself, he said in a statement obtained by Billboard magazine. It's for those who came before me and ran countless yards. Oh, I like the football analogy. So I could come in and score a touchdown. He said, this is for my people, my culture, and our history. Well, wait, whoa. So he's from Puerto Rico, right? Puerto Rico, I guess, kind of like an American territory. But how is it for his people and culture when he's at the halftime show, really at the biggest American event of the year, I would say? Well, isn't it the biggest cultural, American cultural event? Um, he says, go tell your grandma we're going to be the Super Bowl halftime show. Okay. I don't know. I mean, some may think this is fine. I think it's a little bizarre. This is why a lot of people kind of push back against what's going on out there and say, we're Americans. We just want to watch American stuff and we want American culture. Someone says, hey, this is for my people, my culture. And that to me sounds a little, I don't know, is the word ungrateful or tone deaf or, you know, you want unity, right? Especially during an event like this where people can come together and watch something. And already, because of the style of music and how it's going to be presented, you've already alienated a bunch of people that would probably rather see, I don't know, Jason Aldean. Ooh, did you just say Jason Aldean as the halftime show? Dude, that's very insensitive. Okay, all right. Well, in light of some of the things that are going on out there, it might be a little overture to some of the people who feel a little alienated by every Super Bowl halftime show, for the last how many years. Okay. I'd almost welcome back Maroon 5 at this point. That's how bad I think this is getting. Prior to the official announcement, there was speculation that Taylor Swift would be headlining the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show. Unfortunately, despite her huge connection to the NFL, thanks to her soon-to-be husband, Travis Kelce of the Kansas City Chiefs, she will not be getting her first ever halftime performance. Speculation grew that the pop star declined to appear as the headliner for one main reason. Did they state what the reason would be? We would always love to have Taylor play. This is Goodell, who is the commissioner, telling this or saying this to Today, an exclusive interview, adding she is a special talent and obviously she would be welcome at any time. Okay, that doesn't really say what the reason is. Maybe because they'd be showing favoritism to Taylor Swift because of her relationship with Travis. But I don't know. They're kind of unclear here. She said it says here she doesn't want to do it now until Travis is fully retired, as she would like to be at the game supporting him rather than performing at it, according to an insider in the Daily Mail. So once we get through the Bad Bunny halftime show coming up, next year you'll probably see Taylor Swift, and maybe for many years to come you'll see Taylor Swift. So more great news for people of my specific demographic who typically buy the tickets and have disposable income. Not me personally, but people my age who made better life choices and invested well and all of that good stuff. And if they want to go attend a Super Bowl or watch the Super Bowl and then maybe purchase some of the products from all of the advertising on the Super Bowl, you're not appealing to any of those people and you don't seem to care. Okay. Can't wait to see the new woke Gillette commercials. It's going to be awesome. More toxic masculinity. all of that fun stuff. And it's just a betrayal of stuff that we all used to not even think about. We didn't think about this stuff. Bring back the marching bands. That's what I say. Marching bands at halftime, gridiron, tough football games, focus on the game itself, no pregame hoopla. Just black it out until the game starts. And then just bring everybody in to the game and have some good play-by-play calls, have some decent referees, and have a succinct but interesting post-game analysis. And the halftime show, like I say, shouldn't be what this is about. And that would take the focus off who's going to be there and how many people are going to be offended by that. It would be so funny to see social media all blazing because they have a marching band. And that to me would be just so good. That would be truly good news. Hey, you know what the good news really is, though, folks? A little segue there. Weak segue, Dave. Well, it's Jesus died for you, and he rose again, and he paid the full penalty for your sins, all your screw ups. By the way, that's past, present, and future. A lot of people think it's just past. And then the present, well, maybe for a little while, but God's not going to leave you where you were. He's going to make sure you're not going to be sinning anymore after that, or your inclination to do things that you shouldn't do. That's just going to completely go away. You're not going to struggle with anything anymore. No, in fact, the Christian life can be difficult. And it's not the Christian life. It's just life. And you're a Christian because you believe that Jesus did these things for you and that you can't do them yourself. All right? That's the gospel. The gospel isn't like, hey, I need to be perfect as Jesus is perfect, because that's impossible. All right? That was a troll. All right? And if those of you who think it wasn't a troll, then you're going to have to tell me how you've been perfect and how that's been working out for you and how your striving has been successful, because I have yet to meet anyone who's perfect. So just putting it out there. Anyway, Jesus paid the price for your sins, and that's the good news. That's why they call it the good news. It's not the mediocre news. It's not the almost good news. It's the completely good news that Jesus paid it all. All right. So there you go. The gospel at the end of the game. And you can look forward to listening to Bad Bunny at halftime. Yeah, that's why I'm going to be tuning into like Puppy Bowl at halftime again.